They asked him, "Will you deny Christ and become a Hindu?" He said no. Then I saw the Hindu mob pour gasoline on my brother-in-law and they burnt him alive.
They surrounded the church and within minutes the whole building was on fire.
I could hear them coming towards my house and chanting, "Come out, Christians, you don't belong here. If your God is real, come out and face us."
They broke into the house and started beating me. Then they dragged me out front and pulled out a sword. Another person had an axe in his hand.
All I could do was grab my 3 children and run. We ran for our lives into the jungle. We spent nights hiding without food or water.
In this remote eastern region of India, Hindu radicals are accused of a deliberate and systematic campaign to eradicate Christians from the land.
Every single Christian denomination has been attacked. Our schools, our colleges, our orphanages, everything that Christians own, Christian home, Christian institution, Christian churches have been attacked.
For more than a month now, Orissa has witnessed some of the worst persecution against Christians ever in India's history. Violence began a month ago when a Hindu leader was murdered here. Hindu fanatic groups held Christians responsible for it and went on a rampage, an allegation that's been denied by Christian leaders in the area. 4,000 Christian homes and some 400 churches were destroyed. Events in Orissa triggered violence against Christians in a number of other states. At the root of the conflict, say Christian leaders, are efforts by Hindu radicals to stop lower caste Hindus known as untouchables or Dalits from converting to Christianity.
The Hindu mob wanted us to convert back to Hinduism. They told us that if we became Hindu and rejected Christianity, we could stay. Otherwise, they would burn our homes and we would have to leave the village.
Dalits make up 1/5 of India's 1 billion plus population. They live on the margins of society and are often described by Hindus as less than human. Christian groups say lower caste Hindus convert willingly to escape the 3,000 years of discrimination under the caste system.
So when we talk about what is happening to Dalits, it's a freedom movement. And what happens in a freedom movement? They're seeking any one way which will make them free. Christianity offers them one way.
And the numbers have been especially dramatic in Orissa, where Christians now make up some 27% of the population.
The Hindu gods did nothing for me. They didn't bring me any peace. They could not answer my problems. But in Christianity, I found true peace and freedom from the Hindu caste system.
But some Hindus have accused Christians of converting Dalits against their will.
They use bribery and money to trick Dalits into becoming Christians. Conversions and Christian missionaries are a threat to India.
Prakash Sharma is one of the key leaders in Bajrang Dal, an influential extremist Hindu group that's suspected of spearheading the attacks against Christians.
My message to Christians in India is stop your conversions. The violence in Orissa is a reaction by Hindus to these conversions.
CBN News met survivors of the Orissa attacks who described Christians being forcibly converted to Hinduism under the threat of death.
We saw 14 to 15 families being forced to drink cow urine as part of the conversion ceremony. Then they had to sign a letter saying that they had become Hindus and would obey orders to attack Christians.
The violence has left more than 50,000 Christians displaced. Most of them are crammed into relief camps like this one. Thousands are said to be missing or hiding in the jungles. And the situation for these Christians isn't getting much easier. There are reports that the Hindu radicals have made threats against them, saying that if they intend on coming back to their destroyed villages, they must renounce Christ.
We will never do that. We may have lost everything, but we will never turn our backs on Christ. I still have joy, and I'm thanking God despite my circumstances.
The Indian government is facing growing international criticism for failing to stamp out the violence. The government has deployed several hundred more police to the region. Some are also calling on the government to ban groups like the Bajrang Dal and other extremist Hindu outfits that promote violence and religious intolerance. More than a month after the attacks began, some Christians are slowly finding the courage to come out from hiding in the jungles and are walking to the nearest refugee camp, uncertain about their future but hopeful they can one day go back home.
Please pray for us that we can go back to our destroyed homes, rebuild them, and be a stronger witness for God among the non-Christians of our village.
Hallelujah! Hallelujah! Hallelujah!
George Thomas, CBN News, Orissa.